Good afternoon. My name is Daniel Howard Smith, and I'd like to first thank my friend Jennifer for allowing me the opportunity to converse with everyone. And self, I hope this day finds you well. My friend Jennifer Rocco has asked me to do a video on how the COVID-19 has affected me in particular, and one of the experiences that I'm having and the feelings that I'm going through. I think it's what we're all experiencing and kind of going through to some degree. Um, a little bit about myself. I'm 48. I come from a modest family. We all work. The unique thing about my family is that my father is one of the only married Roman Catholic priests that I know of. So I've had a very unique perspective on religion and its effects on family and the outgoes. My father's quite a brilliant man, actually, and he's been an inspiration to me all my life. And so he's done a very good job, at least trying to give me a good education. He's always focused on that to try to get me to be articulate with my words, my feelings. And so for that, I guess it brings me to today. How has COVID-19 impacted my life? I think it's impacted everybody's life. Um, we've had to alter the way we look at people, the way we interact with each other. We have to call into question our own habits, our own thoughts. You also start to prioritize what's really important, I think. One of the things that I've also noticed that this pandemic has caused is it's brought to light the failures both of our research and development in the medical community and our government. If we had paid more of an attention to this, I believe that we could have done a much better job overall. That's just my thought. But the pharmaceutical companies, they've got their tentacles in the entire healthcare system, and it's more profitable to come up with solutions to the issues with the disease rather than curing the disease. And I think that with this pandemic, I think there's going to be a shift. I'd like to see a shift whereby we put a focus on trying to prevent the loss of human life. I think that's really what is the most important. I think I've seen a shift, based on a lot of the true stories you hear of movies being made on chemical companies dumping, their wares everywhere, and these horror stories that you hear that Hollywood reports on, which has to be a very liberal sense of the word. It all depends, I guess, on the form in which you grab your information from. But I just feel that we as a society have deemed and leaned towards profit above all else, above human life. And in the end, that will never work because only a few will benefit and the rest will suffer great. Um, what do I miss about people? I think I miss my family. I think most of us would have to say that. I miss my friends. I miss interacting with the small group of people that I've come to to call my family and my extended family. I miss being around my nephews and my nieces and seeing how their life is starting to develop now. Um, just the jokes, the different perspectives on things, the way that people look at things. Everybody can look at a painting and come up with 50 different ways at looking at said same painting because everybody has their own take on things, their own way of looking at things, and I miss that. How do I stay motivated? In this crisis, it's so hard. First I thought maybe I could, go to the gym and really go hard at it, but now that those are closed, it's just kind of doing work around the house, really, and of course doing videos. Um, it's difficult, especially when you live on your own. I think it would be more difficult, but it's keeping sane, keeping in contact with people, phoning, talking to people, getting their thoughts. I think that's what helps motivate you to stay sane, so to speak. Um, there was an interesting study done many years ago whereby they put, a whole bunch of people in a room, and eventually all those people sort of congregated around each other rather than stay so separated apart. We crave human interaction, and I think that when you isolate yourself, you slowly start to put into perspective what's really important to you, which I think is important. I think you're going to see a shift in attitudes when this is all said and done. I'd like to think it, at least. Where have I found possibilities for growth? I think the growth that I've always found is that I've started to really ask myself, what is it that I need in my life? I don't need an extra tracksuit. I don't need an extra pair of shoes. So I think that my shopping habits will definitely change when this is all said and done, which could affect the economy. Because if I represent the average individual, I suspect very strongly that you're going to see the retail sector and the economy take quite a hit in this, because I think it's going to help people realize I don't need as much as I had, which I think is a good thing, because I think that a lot of North Americans especially live beyond their means. The old idea, if you make 50 or 60,000 a year, live like you have 80. And I think it's that kind of an attitude that gets us into financial trouble. And I think a lot of people who have good money management will agree with me on that. What lessons have I learned? Well, it's not that this has taught me anything more than I already knew, but it's emphasized family and your close friends, your real friends, the ones that are there for you, the ones that want to be there for you, the ones that call out to you, reach out to you, the ones that live a somewhat healthy lifestyle, the ones that have been there for you when the cards are down. That's what's important in life. It's not about what you have, it's about who you have. And I think that if we all remember that, in the end, we're going to pull through this and we'll be smarter and wiser for it. Again, thank you very much, Jennifer, for allowing me to share this with everybody, and I wish you all the best.